So we are going to do things a little bit differently for Libra season. I just want to test this out and see if this is more efficient. So Mercury, retrograde in Libra, review. Anyway, review of balance. So I'm going to do the Libra season astrology video. That way I feel like it'll help condense the readings, each individual sign readings, which, by the way, I just want to go ahead and start planting the seed. We are all the signs. We are all the signs, and we have access to all of the energies of the different signs, and it's important that you understand that all and the whole of it all is one, and we have access to the fullness of the whole of the one. That is you, that is me, that is us, that is togetherness. I'm telling you, it's all Lucy together. Be sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising, especially from Virgo season. Watching it at the end is very, very different. There are very different lessons to be learned. 111, there are different resets that come in when you watch it at the beginning of the season versus when you watch it at the end. They will be very different readings. So I definitely suggest that. And I don't say that to get views. I don't need that shit. We good around these parts without YouTube money. So, but we welcome that. We welcome the views, but that's not why I'm telling you that. I'm just telling you because I have heard, if I had $1 for every time it was just like, oh, when I watched it at the end, it was so much different and the blah, blah. Okay, I know. That's what I've been trying to tell y'all. So, y'all already know Patreon Spirit Squad gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. It's as low as $8. I mean, do yourself a favor because my content is busting. For daily content, check out my Instagram at justj_everything. TikTok, where I really personally enjoy being, is justjeverything at justjeverything. And for other dope shit that I do, to book with me, pricing, check out the Apothecary, justjeverything.com. So actually I'm not pulling cards, but I'm just gonna shuffle because I'm gonna get into each sign after this. Maybe I'll give a pull. We'll see what comes at the bottom of the deck from whenever I'm done shuffling. So welcome to Libra season. Happy birthday to all my Libra babies, my little Libra breezes. I love you. You're so effervescent and cardinal and beautiful and pointed and focused and and this season I feel like is really going to be bringing in, so this is for everybody regardless of your sun, moon, and rising. This is for all of us. Everybody watch this video. Anyway, this is the astrology if you're interested in it, at least. With the sun going into Libra, the sign of I balance, we're going to be focusing on agreements, partnerships, relationships, your spousal relationships, your friendships, your familial relationships, even just day-to-day strangers, how you interact, how you put yourself out there to socialize and to negotiate, diplomacy, balance, justice, fashion, darling, the aesthetics of it all. The optics are gonna fucking matter. So I'm gonna tell you that. Beauty. And that's the thing. There's just like options. That's the thing with when it comes to Libra, Libras have options. And so there is something about how you balance those options, how you take your time to see what's going to be the most beneficial for you. Hydrate, light it if you got it. Because if there's one thing I will say, Libras get this huge bad rap about being indecisive. When the real rub is that Libras just have more options than you. That's why they need a minute. Because we got to think the long game, you know? And so just putting that out there. in that fucking stereotype that Libras are like flight and stupid, and it's just like, no, that's maybe that's how they need to respond to you in that moment. But there is something about being able to tap into that Libran ability to meet everybody where they're at. And with that being said, this is the season of we. And us being in Libra season is going to heighten and highlight that shadow season, which is Aries, I am. And with it being we and us being team and, you know, team oriented and we focused and team building and all of that stuff, let cuffing season commence. May the highest bidder win. I'm just kidding. Anyway, okay, because the thing is with Libra, Aries is the melody, Libra is the expression of harmony. And so you got to get your melody down right before you know, before your melody sounds like a harmony or flows well or mixes well or blends well or complements, you know, another's melody and creates a harmony. And the thing is, to harmonize, you must be in tune with yourself. Aries, I am, shadow. Because when you tune, it ripples out. Other people are able to experience balance because of your attunement. And that's the goal here. And so, all right. Also, everything with it being Libra season, I will say everything is up for negotiation. Everything's up for negotiation with a Libra. So their season reflects that. And it can appear like wishy-washy or lukewarm, but take your fucking time. Good, let it. Because the whole thing with the optics matters. Like, you may think about how things look more than you normally do. You're going to think about how you look more than normally. And there is a need to understand the importance of that. We live in, a very, capitalistic, egotistical society. And in this society, in the real world, and if we're being honest and not like woo-woo, looks matter, and it's currency, and how you present yourself. That is a thing. And though you may, not want to conform or buy into that, like who the fuck does? Well, yes, there are a lot of people who do want to conform and buy into that. But trust and believe, you finding your own variation of like you feeling good and you zhuzhing it up, like the black sheep is the new it girl. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. So as long as it feels right for you, as long as it's authentic to you, as long as it's like your aesthetic and it doesn't feel like something that's impressed upon you. Like, why does everybody look like a low budget Kardashian? Like, it's just not cute anymore. And like, then all these bitches are stuck with these faces and these bodies like forever. And all y'all just look, anyway. Okay. Find the beauty and the symmetry of your face and your experience of like falling in love with your face, falling in love with your body, falling in love with your life experience. And it is a great time to get back out there and socialize and gather and do all the things. So let it happen. So on September 22nd, Libra gets the sun. This is masculine, cardinal air. And I like to say this is Venus as a boy. For those Bjork. Go listen to Bjork's Venus as a boy. This is a season of ultimate zhuzh. In every way that you can, zhuzh. And just see how it feels. Just test it out. See how it feels when you like add a little zhuzh, when you add a little sprinkle, when you like zhuzh it up. I can't find another word. That's just the word for it. On September 23rd, Mercury retrograde leaves Libra and goes and retrogrades back into Virgo where it is exalted. So I do feel like there is some sort of do-over energy in regards to something to reanalyze, something to try again, or like go back to the drawing board, re-brainstorm in some sort of way. And allow yourself to be open, allow yourself to be balanced, create space for renegotiation, create space for renewal and for review. On, especially in the realm of your relationships and business, work, service, your health as well. There could just be like, all right, let's do better. Now that we know better, let's do better. On September 25th, we have the new moon in Libra, and that is coming through in a multitude of ways, but ultimately I feel like it's really important to plant seeds and to create new strategies or improve your skills, like how to improve your relational skills and how to improve your emotional intelligence. That's the thing. I'm gonna hopefully be back in town and be able to do a video for it. On September 29th, Venus, the ruler of Libra, goes into Libra. And she's home and it's like love galore, honey. It's very like, yes, all over. I got love all over me. I'll do a separate video on that one too, because that's going to be a yummy transit, and I feel like it's going to improve everybody's relationships, and it could be a very romantic time. It can be a very also balanced time, a time for just to continue getting things in order and really like making sense of things, and creating even a hierarchy, however that means for you. There's some kind of like redoing of the hierarchy. On October 2nd, Mercury will go direct in Virgo, but is still in shadow. But there is this moving forward of the mind, a clarity that's coming in. Really, I feel like wrapping up something in the realm of the mind, or something that's been ailing you or bothering you, especially if it has to do with someone with Gemini, Virgo, or Pisces placements, Sagittarius as well. On October 8th, Pluto will be finally direct in Capricorn. And so those of you with Scorpio, Cancer, or Capricorn placements, I feel like y'all finally start feeling differently. Also, you finally start getting hit so hard, or it's like the end of the break, the end of the review, the end of the expose. There could just be there's just going to be it's like the end of this transformational phase. It's finally time for integration versus like getting hit. On October 9th, we have the full moon in Aries, and this is a time to really cut the fuck up, get loose, and really release what has been holding you back from being that version of you that you've always wanted to be. Who told you that wasn't okay? And who are you now, and what are you going to do about it? On October 10th, Mercury goes back into Libra, and there is this clearer picture, a clearer understanding of your autonomy, of your balance, of the way that you acquire peace, the way that you establish structure and discipline for yourself. It just feels like there is a really important opportunity to reset or restart in some sort of way. On October 23rd, Saturn goes direct in Aquarius. So finally, another like big, there's heavy like, all right, moving forward. There's like these the generational planets are finally going direct. And so I feel like there's going to be shifts in the governmental stuff that's going on in technology. There's, all of this like yucky stuff that we're finding out about everything. It's like, peep game, understand that like if what they showed us was this bad, imagine what they're keeping away from us. So Saturn direct in Aquarius, I also feel like is going to help bring in some like balance in regards to friends, in regards to your hopes, your wishes, and your ability to play the long game and be future oriented. Also the end of a lot of chaos and trials and dramas, like the end of the fight, the end of the war, especially those of you with Capricorn, Aquarius, or Leo placements. Scorpio. Speaking of, that same day on the 23rd, Venus goes into Scorpio, and it's very like, Miss Jackson, if you nasty. And then the Sun goes into Scorpio. So there's this very like, at the end of, like astrologically, it just feels like the tail end of Libra season is very scorpionic, which is interesting because Libra is like, used to be like the tail of Scorpio, the like a part of the stinger. We're like very much so slammed with Scorpio energy, and it's just so on point and so like intensified. It's like, I mean, Libra is just baby Scorpio, like, but it's like very Libran energy. And so at the end of October, it's funny, like, you know, Libra didn't used to exist. It used to just be a part of Scorpio. And then at the in October used to be actually the 8th month of the year, which is why it's October. Our concept of time is fucking fake, and it's just a tool. What is it, a scale? We gave ourselves a scale to help ourselves forget about the unfathomable scale. Because for some of us, it is so fucking hard to contemplate and quantify. Just like, I love that scene of Lucy is just everything. There are no letters. There are no numbers. All we've learned here is that 1 + 1 is 2, and it's not even like a fucking skim of the surface. So, what surfaces do you need to skim? What cracks in the foundation do you need to pay attention to? What is off balanced so that it can be rebalanced? What is off balance in your idea and concept of yourself? This is an opportunity for self-mastery that's coming in for Libra season. This is Mars. This is Aries. Aries is the first house, the sign of I am. And Libra is the balance, the access of that. So there is like this scale is coming in. And there is no creation without destruction. Trust and believe. And so who are you going to be? How are you going to show up in the face of the chaos? When the shit hits the fan, that's when you really figure out who you are. And I'm not saying that the shit is hitting the fan. I'm saying that changes are coming in, and you need to be able to have, like, be honest about I can't act brand new that this tower is crumbling when I've been ignoring the cracks in the walls in this foundation for, you know, a good while. So are you going to stand in there and just wait till everything falls apart, or are you going to choose to be the fucking lightning bolt and you burn this motherfucker down? You initiate the change. It's up to you. You choose. But either way, you will be acquiring balance and experiencing contrast. Because no matter how dark the chaos is, and how for just as dark and chaotic it is, you will experience the equivalent light and fair-heartedness and sweetness. That balance is promised because science. I love you. Happy autumnal equinox, kids.